Can we start, guys? I need somebody to respond to me because
Yes.
okay. Last time we decided we will work on pronunciations, and I was supposed to give you a document. I have a document. I did have couple of exercises to go through, but then we don't have all the crowd to do that today. But anyway, I have this favorite document of mine, which I'll share with you guys. So here we have a lot of uh, more learnings on how to greet and all. Let me share my screen real quick. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. The screen is visible, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like a business document, business English. So this is my favorite document, and I did go through these. I have a couple of them likewise, but I think we should. This is good to get started. This is kinda old sort of business English document. It's a PDF, 1998, by Stevlan, some British Spanish author. So why did I pick this document is because I did interact with you all, and I understood that a little bit of baselining is needed. Okay, so for you to form sentences on your own, and then if I give you the material, this is like a bible. Okay, at any time, anything, any phrases you want to frame, you can make use of this. And this is 192 pages, but don't consider it like a book. Go through this, read. You have different sections here. Like, let's, if you see here, there are some practical assignments, again some etiquettes. They're talking about etiquettes, what to do, how to behave. Then you have some office regulations and procedures when you work with a client, how to be in a presentation and meeting, and working with the client, organizing presentings and meetings. Then even with letters, how to write, what to write. Then regarding jobs, preparing for a cv, interviews, how and what to be used. Because from what my observation is, like, you guys need little bit of those phrases, how to use. English isn't that difficult when you have things handy with you. Just make a note of these points. I want, I'll give you assignments, of course, but I want you to pick any favorite topic from this particular PDF, read, and just understand. This is simple reading. Okay, and for interviews, how to crack interviews, how to introduce yourself. We had this whole introduction round. So this is whatever I'm going to teach you. This is something which is important before you join the organization and after you join the organization, during interviews and after interviews. Interviews with client, interviews with your HRs, interviews with your any fellow peer, anybody. Okay, so this is the perfect guide for now, is what I can think. So I for now I'll take you all through this. Okay, I have couple of topics to cover. We also wanted to do pronunciations, but the people are not there, but we'll cover that anyway today, tomorrow. So for now, for three people, let's go by this content. It starts with there are some practical assignments which we'll talk about it later. And if you have any doubt, please stop me. Okay, it shouldn't be like only I am speaking and you're just there and I'm not sure if you're listening to me or not also. So I want you to respond back to me as and when asked. Okay, so this is the document. Okay, first thing first, does this document look helpful? Can someone please
Yeah, it's
answer?
helpful.
It does, right? Okay. Okay, so we'll get started with basic greetings, some offers, instruction, orders. I did go through this, and there is a lot to learn. So sometimes I'm like, okay, where should I start with? So I'll take you through a couple of them. Uh, I wanted you to start with introduction only. What is the page number? What is it something you want to learn? At least you can tell me that. See the content and see which one you would want to pick. I'll pause here for a moment. Tell me if anything is interesting for you from this to learn. You tell me. Maybe you can pick one. Greetings, farewells, invitations, apologies, regrets. This most of them are statements. Okay. Let's see. Okay. The other day when I was talking and discussing about this presentations you all gave me, couple of them had some questions. So the interruption, sometimes how do you interrupt while somebody is speaking, how do you talk, how do you introduce, all these things are something we need to learn, and you guys were asking for the phrases, right? So let's get started with the basic one. This is about organizing and controlling classroom activity. Classroom doesn't mean like really school classroom, office, college ones. Okay, this is about offices also, meetings, like meetings within a team or sometimes a whole organization. So, and somebody speaking something, let's say the host is talking. Now, when I start a session, I'll be like, okay, so shall we begin? Okay, shall we start? Is everybody available? Like that. So, here also, when you have to get started with something, so this is like this. Shall we begin? Shall we begin looking at the PDF now? So you have to have this discussion, have this simple usage of statements within yourselves. Okay, like Ponraj can talk to Vishnu about this. This is what I keep telling. I can give you material, I can tell you what to talk, but talking, writing is something which you should do. Okay. Next, I wonder if it might be helpful. Now I'm giving you this PDF. Okay, so I can say I wonder if it might be helpful. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. When I'm giving you something, when I'm sharing some document, when I'm sharing some ideas, I'm not sure if that will helpful or not. So I can say, I wonder if it might be helpful. I'm not sure if this is a good idea, but if I'm very sure, then I can say, I'm certain this will be helpful for you guys. Something like that. Okay. Next, could you go over that again in more detail? Now, let's say Ponraj doesn't understand what I'm telling. So Ponraj can interfere, like, excuse me, Swarali, can you go over that again in more details? I didn't catch you there. I didn't understand. I didn't understand what you were saying. Can you please be specific? Can you please specify with some examples? These are the phrases which we use in our daily life. Okay, very randomly every day. Sometimes you must be using it and you'll not even know about it. So these are very simple statements, but I want you all to use it fluently. Okay, that is, I'm going through some of the statements for you to understand what is there in this PDF. Today we'll discuss on this PDF, and then I'm going to give you some assignments. Okay, is it understood? Can someone confirm? Okay. Okay, getting and giving information. If somebody, let's say, you are in an interview, and the interviewer will obviously ask you, okay, tell me something about this, tell me something about that. So what you are doing, you're giving some information, right? So if you are asking, the interview would ask you, like, could you tell me what was your previous experience? Could you tell me how much was your previous CTC? Oh, I'm considering the very first question. Okay, very first, could you tell me if, when, how much, why? So this is the differentiation of using some words. Could you, when, how, why? I'm not teaching you like uh, parts of speeches, nouns, pronouns. I'm teaching you how to frame a sentence, how to use it. Sentences I'm giving you. Eventually, you will start framing statements, words, paragraphs with these and give me the assignment. Okay. Now, let's say I am the HR. So I'm like, Vishnu, I would like to know about the place you were born. So if that is how the question is coming, then Vishnu should be ready with a nice, full-fledged, fluent response. Okay. Could you say a little more? Now, let's say Vishnu told he is from Hyderabad. I would tell, could you say a little more about that location because I have never been there? So something like that. Could you explain what you mean by full stack? I have no idea about it. These are the questions which you will also use in future, or as and when you talk to anybody. This is not like only the interviewer will ask. Let's say you get selected in some company, and this is your KT session, knowledge session. Your senior is giving you training, and he'll explain you. Then you can stop him and tell, could you say a little more about this? Could you explain me more about variables? Could you explain me more about this some concept in your full stack, or something about selenium? This is a way of asking. This is how you're supposed to ask. When someone gives information, you can reply. Now when I asked Vishnu, tell me about Hyderabad, and he said me something. So how you will respond? Oh, it's interesting. Oh, really? Oh, thanks for letting me know. I didn't know about this. So this is how you keep the conversation going. You should know when to respond what. Are you guys understanding? Do you guys find this useful? Please confirm.
Yes, sir, Ali.
It's useful. It is aligned with what you are expected, right?
Yes, very useful.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Cool. Stop me wherever you guys are confused, or if you have any doubts, or if you want to give any inputs. Alrighty?
Uh, Hi, Sorali. Sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah, no worries. Please ask.
Okay, actually, just now I rejoined. Due to some network issues, I can't able to see your screen, and I can't able to hear your voice. So once again, I rejoined. So I don't
Okay.
know what is going on now.
Well, what's your name?
Upon Raj.
Punraj. Okay, okay, Punraj. No worries, I'll get back to it, but now you can hear and see my screen, right?
Yes, now it is audible and your screen is visible to me.
Okay, no worries. I'll get through it more in detail. It's nothing like you missed anything major. We are just discussing about the questions, okay?
Okay, okay,
Hereafter, if any doubt, do let me know. Okay,
okay, okay, Sorali. Thank you.
cool. Yep. Okay. Now, if someone hasn't given you enough information, this will be your situation during interviews. The interviewer will never be happy with how much ever you tell. He wants to learn more about you, learn more about the process you were involved, learn more about what you are so good at work. Okay, so he'll always tell you, could you tell me some more about your previous organization? I would like to know some more information about your day-to-day task in your previous organization. I would also like to know how much initiatives you have taken. What are the initiatives you have worked on? So this is how the questions will come your way, and you have to be full-fledged prepared. How you'll get prepared, that also I'll explain you. That also we will get through. But these are just how questions will come your way. Okay, and this is something you should also learn how to ask. Okay, when now the interviewer will be like, can you, okay, do you have any questions? So you can use the same responses. I would also like to know about your company. I would also like to know how much I would also like to know what is the team size. I would also like to know about your process. Can Could you tell me some more information about this current role you're hiring me for? When they tell you, if you have any questions, these are something you have to ask them. Okay, and these are the phrases. These are exactly the phrases you could use, and add some, make some edits here. Okay, now when someone asks you for an information, you can reply, as far as I know, well, in confidence, I can tell you that I am good with full stack. I have 4 years of experience in that, and I trust my ability to excel in the work. These are some words which you can add. Okay, I don't have that information available just now. Like sometimes they'll ask you something and you don't know the answer for it. Okay, so you can be like, well, I don't know about it right now, but I can definitely get back to you. Maybe I'll have to research on that some more. When you don't know something, You find a way to tell politely that you don't know. Well, I did not listen about this earlier. I did not hear this earlier. Maybe I'll have to do my research. Maybe I'll have to check that and get back to you. Even after you get selected, let's say you're working in a project and somebody asks you some doubt. So you can say, oh, no, 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 I don't know this. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I don't know. You cannot say like that, okay, in a project. There is a clear way to tell something. There is a professional way to tell you something. There is a business language to say something, okay. Well, I do not know about this right now, but give me some time, I'll get back to you on this. Simple. You're telling that you don't know about this, you'll find out and get back to them. Got it? Simple. But you're keeping the conversation going. You'll definitely do your research and come back and tell that person whatever you have researched about. Okay. Next, if you want someone, if you give someone some information, you can say, I would like you to know. Like I said, I would like you all to go through this PDF and come back with the proper full-fledged descriptives. This is something I want you guys to do because I have given you some information. Or you can write, see, did you know that? Or you can write some statements for me and let me know tomorrow. This is something like that. Okay, now we'll talk about agreeing and disagreeing. Now, Ponraj told he has dropped from the call and I agree to it. I was like, oh, it's okay. Oh, I understood that, what he meant. So this is like agreeing, acknowledging the fact. Okay. So for agreeing also, we have 100 of statements. Find the best one which you can use. And now I'm not telling you how to by heart all this. Just sit, read, and talk to your friends how to put these words across. Okay, I understand, Ponraj. It's okay, Ponraj. It's fine. Yes, I get that, Vishnu. Totally agreed with Vishnu. Like this, the statements you use like this, you get used to it. Okay. Now, when you're agreeing and when you disagree, we have couple of statements here. Let's say if you're agreeing to someone, I see what you mean. Yes, I understand what you mean. That's exactly what I think. That's just what I was thinking about. Well, I agree with you. See, you see, there are so many of them. How you can tell simply that I agree with you. Even when the HR will tell, no, in our process we do something like this, like this, like this. When then you can say, well, I agree with you. In our project also we did this. So that means you both are agreeing on something. You both are aligned on something. You understand? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
Vahid.
I'm telling you how these same things, the same questions will be used in your interview before and after. So whatever I'm going to teach you, this is something will be useful for your interviews, during the interview, after the interview, and in your offices, in your workplace, not just today, tomorrow, but 5 years down the lane, 10 years down the lane, as long as you're working in a corporate. This is how the conversations keep going. These are the same sort of questions. This is the same sort of language everybody's going to talk. Okay. Now, when you don't agree to something, now when we don't agree, like let's say Vishnu has one idea, Ponraj has one idea, and Vishnu is not okay with Ponraj's idea. So Vishnu cannot tell him, no, Ponraj, I don't like your idea. No, we will not consider your idea. You cannot be that blunt in a professional workspace. You should always be polite because you don't want to have enemies, because that is another headache. That lesson for some other day. So you can say, I don't think so because I have this valid point, and you can put your point across. You can say, maybe you're right, but currently for this problem, this is not the solution. I'm sorry, I don't really agree with you. Uh, you see, it seems to me like this is not something that will work for this problem. In my opinion, we should hold on to this idea for now. So these are the statements you can use for politely disagreeing with somebody. Now, like you guys speak Telugu, so in Telugu you can say, no, 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 this digadu adikadu, something like that, and you just get done with it, khatam. But when you're talking the same things to your manager, let's say you're that HR manager, you say, or your manager who is hiring you, he will, let's say he is giving you some situation based questions. Now what will happen in the situation based questions? He'll give you a situation and he'll tell you how you're working with that. Now, let's say you will answer something, he will tell something else, but you don't agree to that. So you can say, in my opinion, this doesn't work like this. It actually has to work like this. That's true, but on the other hand, we have this. There's a situation. In this way, you're telling him, yeah, you can be right, but you're not completely right. So this is a way. This is an art of learning. Okay. See, giving counter arguments and refusals. We are sorry to say no. Like sometimes what happens with the HR will say, no, you are asking me for 5 lakhs package and I'm sorry, we cannot give you. So they'll say, we are sorry to say, but no, we cannot offer you that much. So this is how they talk. Observe how the opposite person is talking. Observe how your colleagues are talking. Observe how the HR is talking to you. Observe what is his mindset, what is his mood. You get that? So these are the counter arguments and refusals. I'm sorry, but it's not possible. I'm afraid that is beside the point. Beside the point means what we are discussing and somebody is telling something else. So I'm afraid that is beside the point. That is not a valid point. That depends. Sorry, we can't meet your request. Now we'll go to expressing an opinion. So, Ponraj, let you read this and you tell me how you can use these statements, when you can use these statements. You don't have to be correct. What you understood and how you can frame this, you tell me. Okay,
Okay.
go ahead. Start reading
Okay.
from this header.
Uh, expressing an opinion.
Mhm.
Okay. I believe. So I have to give a full sentence, right?
Oh, see, go through this, read out so that we
Okay.
all can hear. Blindly
Okay.
read out, and any
Okay.
point you see where you can talk much about it, like let's say, no doubt. Let's say I am reading this and I say no doubt. So I'll tell, yeah, we can use this statement. No doubt Ponraj was right on his statement. No doubt I was correct about it. No doubt I understood the concept. So here, let's say if I'm telling as far as I know, as far as I know, I was working on it. I don't know what happened after I left the project. Something like that. Give a statement. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Read
I
first. Read from I believe to end problems. Tak. Read this
okay.
and whatever you feel like telling among the statements, just let me know.
Okay. Okay. I got it. So expressing an opinion, I believe, I think, I would say that in my opinion, as far as I know, I'm sure, no doubt. I'm not quick, quite sure. I'm not quite sure. We believe the matter closed. That's all very well. But from our company point of view, it is not quite justified. I'm afraid I can't give you a definite answer yet. That's that's an unhelpful way of looking at the problem. I don't think we can un, come to an agreement. I don't think it's helpful way of looking at the problem. So uh, in my opinion, this will be work out.
This will work out.
This will work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next. Give me two more.
Okay. I believe the project will end today or this day.
Sorry. Can you repeat that again?
Okay.
Hmm.
I believe this project will end this day.
Will end today.
Will end today.
Yeah, this day, you cannot use for today as this day. Okay,
Okay.
today is the word. I
Today.
believe this project
Okay.
will end today. If you're
Okay. I
talking,
believe.
let's say if you're talking about the project ending on 29th, so
Okay.
then you can tell, I believe this project will end on this date. When you're talking to somebody, when you see 29 in front of you, so like that is how you'll talk. Okay, this day.
Uh, oh,
Yeah.
I'm
One more.
sure.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sure. I'm I'm sure. Continuously, I'm improving my skill.
Oh, awesome. Great. Nice one.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, that's a nice attempt. Okay, next, interrupting. So, like somebody asked me, sorry to interrupt you. See, these are the manners, these are skills, how you use little bit of these. If you use every day, no, you will speak very fluently English. You will understand. You should not speak fluently, matlab, literally that American British accent. No, you should know when to use which words. Simple. That is what I'm teaching you all. That's it. So for interrupting, sorry, excuse me. Swarali, can you wait a minute? I didn't understand this. Swarali, can you hold on for a second? Can you explain me this? Something like this. These are how you interrupt, okay? They give pretty 4 statements for interrupting. So maybe in this class, how many of you are present? These 4 statements are more than enough. Sorry to interrupt you. Excuse me, Swarali, can you stop for a minute? Swarali, can you wait a minute? Swarali, can you hold on for a second? So these are something you can use for interrupting. Simple.
Yes.
Okay. Expressing lack of understanding. I'm not really sure I understand what you're trying to say. Now, Punraj dropped from the call. He came back and he didn't understand what happened. So, Punraj, next time something like that happens, you can use, I got dropped from the call. I'm not really sure I understand what you are trying to say or what you were trying to say. Okay.
Hmm. Okay.
Mm. I don't think I really understand what you mean, but can you explain me that again? Simple. You're giving the, can you explain that again? If you tell me, can you explain that again? Matlab, you're telling me to simply explain it again, but I should know why you didn't understand that in first place. So if you tell me I didn't understand that, can you explain me again? So this is how it happens. When the HR, let's say the HR asked you a question, you cannot just imagine and assume, okay, this is the question. If you didn't understand the question, ask the HR. I'm not really sure I understand. Can you please repeat it? Can you tell it in a simpler language? Can you ask it in a simple way? Can you put it across in a simple statement? Like that. Expressing lack of understanding is something which you can use these statements to the HR when he's asking you a question, when the manager is asking you a question during interview. I don't think I really understand what you mean. Can you please repeat it? Can you please put it in a simple way? Something like that. Okay.
Okay.
Asking for clarification or expansion. What exactly? This is something which will, the interviewers will ask you. They want to know everything. They want clarity. So, what exactly do you mean by you had 5 years break in your career? What did you do in that 5 years? Like that, they'll ask. Can you say a little more about previous company, their policies, what made you leave the previous company, like that? Could you explain what you mean by, let's say you said something, let's say you said you left the organization in 3 months only. So he will ask, could you explain what you meant by you left the organization 3 months, within 3 months? Like, what is the reason? Can you be more specific on that? So like that, these are simple questions. When you want to ask for clarification, this is how the questions will come. Now when you guys have some doubt and you have to ask me, you can also use, Swarali, can you be more specific? Swarali, can you explain me with more example, something like this. Understand, could you explain, could you be more specific, what exactly do you mean? These are the statements you can use. Okay. Now expressing uncertainty, doubt, hesitation, this all, read it
Sorry.
very yeah.
Hello.
Yep.
I cannot understand the line. Could you be more specific? Can you give me some example? Could you be
Which
more
one?
specific? Could you be more specific? This line, what's I meaning? I cannot understand. Can you please give me some
Okay.
example?
Okay. So now you said, could you be more specific? So this is a line. Specific means what? More details. Now let's say I had brunch. So if this brunch word is new to somebody, they'll be, can you be more specific? Now brunch is something you had breakfast and lunch. So this is when you wake up late, but before lunch timing, whatever the timing you eat between 11 to 12 is your brunch. So this is the timing how you can explain. Or let's say I grew up in Canada, but I have been raised as Indian. So then you can ask, like, can you be specific, like how? Then they will explain you. Well, for 9 years I was in India, then other 10 years I was in Canada. So that is why. More detailing. This is detailing. Now, when the interviewer asks you, okay, I see you have been into civil job and now you're moving into IT. Can you give me the specific reason? So he's asking you for a specific reason why are you doing this transition. So you can tell, well, suddenly I got interest in testing, or suddenly my interest went into full stack developer. I wanted to be a coder. So something like this, more detail you can give, more specific. Specifically, I love roses. I don't like lilies. This is specifying something. Sometimes they'll talk, no, yeah, this and that. Yeah, this and that we can learn, this and that. What is it, this and that? Specify. Whenever you listen to somebody about this and that, ask them, what is this and that? Can you specify like that? Did you understand though? Who asked it?
That's right. Understand.
Okay.
We need to speak detailed about that. If
Yeah,
something don't know.
correct. We should not speak. This is more to ask. Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to give more details, so you can, well, let me specify. I am from Varanasi. So you're giving a specification like that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I understood.
Okay. Some very small topics I'm skipping, which you can read. Again, we have this introductions. Let's say they're introducing you to a client, introducing you to some managers, somebody. It is how the conversation goes. Mm, there are some assignments which I'll definitely give you. Okay, Punraj done. Next, who is there? Mm,
Currently,
Vishnu?
currently,
Yeah, who's
Balaji here.
this?
Currently, this meeting will end in 5 minutes. If possible, can everyone rejoin the meeting so that you can extend this session for 40 more minutes?
Okay, done. We just have to rejoin, right?
Yes, just rejoin. I will end this session,
Okay.
so I'll rejoin in the same way.
Okay, done.
Thank you.